Alrighty, so I am doing this for the benefit of Dolmount, who wants to see Final Fantasy XIV. So I have to hit play, and I will start. He wants to see how beautiful this game is. So now that I kind of sort of remember how to play, I have gone back to being a summoner, which is what I play when... The beauty of this game is that this is the same character, just a different class. So I have a summoner, I have several classes. So right now, since I'm leveling independently, my dog is barking because apparently he thinks someone is home. Because I'm leveling solo, I am summoner. I do more damage. So I've got this armor class going on. Whereas if I go to a different gear set like this, I'm back to being a scholar. So you can see that all I really have to do is change which gear I'm wearing. So summoner, scholar. So if you look at my classes, I've got level 14 Gladiator, 34 Conjurer, and to get to where I am as a summoner and a scholar, you actually have to level up different classes. So I leveled up Conjurer, which is the essentially healing class. So that was the first thing I leveled was Conjurer. I got it up to basically half of what I want my main class to ultimately be, and right now the level cap is 60. So I leveled it up to 30 and then switched to Arcanist. Arcanist is more of the damage dealing class, like a black mage, and still magic. So the Arcanist is basically the... Arcanist basically branches off into Summoner and something else? I can just never remember what. There are so many different ways that you can branch off. As you can see, there are lots of different... These are all more like melee classes / battle classes. These are magic classes. And then as you can see, quote-unquote extra jobs. So those are jobs that you get them through quests and through being a certain level of... If you look online, there are tons of guides as to how to become Dark Knight, how to become a Machinist, how to become an astrology, or whatever they call it. You know, how to become this class in Final Fantasy XIV. And it basically tells you, you know, start as Gladiator, level to this level, then accept this quest to become a this. And basically, it's like a hybrid. So in order to take on the class and to take on in order to take on the quests to become that class, you need to be a certain level of a different class. So, it actually it's pretty cool. I mean, there's unlimited ways to really level. There's lots of class-specific quests that you can go on. There's the dungeons, obviously. The dungeons I really like doing as either a tank or a healer because you can insta-queue, and if you're friends with someone who's a healer or a tank, you can hop in with them, and then it's insta-queue, and you go in. You gain quite a few levels doing it that way. Essentially, I do Summoner when I'm on my own, or if I'm, you know, with a friend and we're just doing quests, and I do Scholar, which is a healer. I heal in dungeons. Have not done a dungeon since I came back, so I really don't care to right now because I'm not really that deep into relearning how to play. So yeah, I didn't want to completely screw myself here. So yeah, my next main quest. I have a unicorn. I have lots of different things, but I like naming them. So, where I'm headed is right here. It's called Crate Go Kaboom. It's my next main storyline quest, and that's the other thing, is if you look in your journal, you've got, these guys right here are just, like, general quests. And then you've got the main storyline quests, which have more of like a fire around them. So those storyline quests progress the story, and as you progress the story, you can go into different worlds. These are repeatable quests, kind of like daily quests, I guess. And these are job kind of specific quests. They've all got different names, and I can never remember what all of them are. But if you want to see a little bit of combat, so this is my like tanky summon, and so I really don't remember how to play. So he does that. He mixes it. Don't make fun of me for my rotation that I'm using. Relatively quickly. There are several levels. There are 9 levels below me, so they die pretty quickly, but essentially you just kind of dot them up as the class that I am. You just kind of dot them up with all these different things that kill them faster. Again, I am fighting things that are 9 levels lower than me, so I don't like fighting those guys because they suck me in. And I wind up having to be near them. I don't want to be near them. So yeah, I'm heading towards this red area, because this red area is where my actual storyline quest is taking place. There's also a fate in between me and it. Saw me. Get off once realizes that I'm being attacked, it will fight for me. It will take the aggro back of me. I have damage dealing ones, healing, but when I'm soloing, I tend to like to use the one that I'm using right now because he really helps me not die. Okay, so my quest is to retrieve a Magitech Converter 49 from the storage crates, a Magitech Oscillator number 50 from the storage crates, and a Magitech Cannon Barrel from the storage crates. So essentially those storage crates are all in here. And so to get to them, I have to battle these dudes. Just battle my way through them. The last time I was playing this, I was playing with Catherine, which is a lot of myself. Yeah, I'm quiet once the battle starts because the music is so loud! It's so awesome. So yeah, I basically have to get in this little area and battle my way into so yeah, that's basically the game. It's nothing terribly complicated. I tend to like the caster classes because I like to stand back. I like to be a healer. I enjoy the not being responsible for killing the things. I'd much rather heal the things. But when I'm soloing, it's kind of hard to solo as... I mean, you can, and it's very possible to... And I did. It is very possible to level through... I don't think I can get in this way. I have to get into a different way, I think. I think I have to get in through here, actually, to get up into here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, actually. Because I think this gate is closed. Aha. Alright, so, realistically what I need to do is port to here and go that way. So there's teleporting, which you use gil to do that. So your currency, basically, you use to pay to teleport to different Aetherites, which you, every time you visit a town, you want to run to one of these and attune yourself to it to make sure that the game knows you've been there. So let's see. A lot of different mounts, so got not a ton of different mounts because I haven't played a lot, but let's pull out the fat chocobo just for fun. He's pretty cute. Holding some greens out for him to run. And when you stand still, you hear the music of wherever you are. And then when you run, it gets louder. You hear the music of the chocobo, which is I haven't played again in a really long time. Adham and I were playing this together and are leveling characters that are just about the same level. Oh, he saw me. Well, shit. That's okay. Hey, what is that? There is something going on right now. That is a fate. I'm hoping other people are battling me so that I don't go over there and get my butt. So we were playing this together, and super blast to play together, because he was tanking and I was healing, and so that was really fun. Let's see if I can avoid that battle and come over here and battle this thing. Yeah. Help this guy out. I mean, he probably wants the solo experience, but my level's low. I can't attack him because my level's low. Okay. My intent was not to mess with that anymore. So you encounter things called fates. These little purple things imply that those are part of the fate, which you can level through fates as well. So I could level sync, so I'm actually 4 more levels higher than that. So it's level 49, and since I'm 53, it actually wants me to level sync down, so that it's not unfair for me to just completely destroy that fate. But the thing is you wind up... Is it not this way either? Oh, hell. I never remember how to get in here. Myrrh. Well, maybe I did get in the other direction. I really don't remember how to get in there. Is that terrible? I'll remember some other time. Yeah, because I need to get into here. And I can never really remember how to get in here. Myrrh. Let's see. It's probably some direction like through here and then around. But yeah. Alright, let's check out another quest and see if there's another quest I can get to. Like I said, it's been quite a long time. I need to get right into here to do the crate go kaboom. Let's see. Let me just travel to some place that is pretty. Almost pretty. I'm here. This is pretty much where you start. Well, depending on what class you are, you start in different places. So I started I started in Gridania as a Mithra-type creature. They call us something that's out of here. Oh god, I'm glad I got out of there, because that thing just opened. Something ran out. Yeah. Anyway, I am a Mikote. So it's basically Final Fantasy XI's, or it's Final Fantasy XIV's version of a Mithra. They've got the little tail. They're really super customizable. What I might do, actually, is show you how customizable everything is. So I will log out and show you what a new character might look like. So this is another one of my characters. It's not, I will tell you that it's not super fruitful to have more than one character, and the reason being is that that one character that I built, this one, is able to be all of the classes, every single one. I can be any class I want on this one character. So there really isn't a point to making a new one unless you're in a different world. So there's, you know, Aether and Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is my cousin, has characters on here. So anyway, so there's basically humans, male, female, humans, elves, well, that, you know, that basically this is what they are, even though that, you know, that's what they're called. These were the little Tarus from Final Fantasy XI. What the Mithras were, these guys. These are the giant dudes that were only male in the other version. In Final Fantasy XI, there were only female Mithras, and these were the only males. Now they make males and females, so now they're all. And then the Aura are the new class that came with Heavensward, and they're kind of like horned creatures. So I'm tempted to make one of these guys. There's not a whole lot of like difference. There is. I mean, your starting attributes are different depending on what you're playing as. As you can see, intelligence and mind and piety are the three, like, those are higher, dexterity's higher, so like strength and vitality are not as high, so like you're probably not gonna you're not gonna be a warrior with that. Your clan also matters too, and so like this particular race plus their clan changes the starting attributes, and so as you can see, this particular clan, you would be able to pick more of like a warrior or something that uses more strength, whereas this would be more of like the class that I typically wind up playing. So, you know, this kind of gives you more of a different idea of what pose they could be in. This shows you, see it, I don't have a job, so I can't show you what they would be wearing there, but this is when they're naked. This is naked, basically. This is what their race-specific clothing looks like. You can change the environment so you can kind of see what they would look like under different lighting. And then, like, once you say, yes, I like that, then you get into all the crazy stuff. So, height, short to tall, you know. I tend to like them on the shorter side simply because I tend to be healer, so I'm little and I'm hiding in the back. You can change bust size, which is, you know, it's a Final Fantasy game, it's an MMO. People tend to go on the larger side. It doesn't really matter to me. You can change the skin color. There are a shit ton of different colors to choose from. I actually kind of like this one just as she is, mostly. Tail shape, you can change what their tail looks like. Again, I pretty much am liking this model that they came up with already, but, you know, you can change so many things about it. You can change the length of the tail, which is kind of cool. You can change their hairstyle. There are a limited amount. It's kind of like The Sims in that, you know, you can choose a hairstyle. I am creating a character on this server specifically because my cousin plays on this server, and so it might be nice to play with him once I've got more time. I really do like this character model the way she is, though. She's really cute. Again, hair color. I do kind of like more of like a pinkish purpley hair. Kind of like my Mithra character. The face, you know, they have kind of a more, like, you can choose a different face and then go off of that. Actually, like the presets generally. But if you really want to get into it, there's jaw, and you know, you can change the jaw type and her eye shape. And the iris size, large and small. Yeah. Change the eye color. I like her eye color. The limbal ring, which, you know, those are pretty cool. You can also change the eye color so that there's, you know, each eye is different, which I tend to like. I tend to go with like green and blue. You can change what color the limbal ring is if you choose to do that. You can change their eyebrows, their nose. There's such a huge range of what you can do that you will rarely meet someone that looks just like you, which is pretty cool, I think. Yeah, these are the dragon type features, I guess. Face paint, you can do little face paints. You can change the color of the face paints. The voice is the one that matters the most to me, honestly, most of the time, because I really hate the sound of a lot of characters' voices. This is where I tend to fiddle the most.
Yeah!
I don't like the super cutesy, ridiculous cutesy. Let's see, slow. Okay. And date of birth doesn't super duper matter-ish. It doesn't matter. I am sure people that are super good at this game are like, you must do this. Like, So, I like the Disciples of Magic. I tend to go with Conjurer, because that means I get to heal first. Goblin. I did not choose Goblin as my starting mod, but... So I can't actually start a new character on the world I want to start because it's really high level, or it's really popular, and so I basically just created this character just so you could see the character creation. So I will do it once the restriction has been lifted. These are the two most popular servers right now: Gilgamesh, which is where my cousin is, and Valmo. Both of them, as you can see, are closed. You cannot create any characters in there, so that's okay. I am in this one right here, Midgard's or whatever. That is my server that my characters are all in. So anyway, I'm gonna quit and go back to my actual character. Cool. I hope that's enough.